Hi friends, it's Kaylin here at Full Purpose and Heart, and I thought today that I would give you an updated curriculum video of what I've selected to do for our first grader in this next section of our school year. So this is starting January 2019 up until the end of the school year. If you've been following along in my update videos, then you'll know that my curriculum has done a lot of shifting and changing, so I thought that this updated video would be helpful for those of you who are trying to keep track or trying to get some ideas of what you're going to do with your kiddos this next coming school year. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I have 6 subjects that we will be doing for my first grader. They're all laid out here on the floor. So I'm going to show you exactly what it is that I've selected to integrate into our school year this coming year. It won't really shift or change the way that we do school or the pattern that we do school. I will just be switching out some of our assignments and our lessons to incorporate these new materials that I've picked up. Okay, so to start off is going to be our scripture study or our Bible study. This course is coming from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It's a new curriculum that they've just put out for families. It's called Come Follow Me. This is a very inexpensive curriculum if you're interested in looking at it. Check that description box below and I will put the link to it so that you can look into it if you'd like. Along with this, I have a lesson plan, which I should have brought over here, but I didn't. It's from the loveprayteach.com. Anyway, it's a very inexpensive subscription and she provides lessons for the whole week, for each week of the month. So I'm going to be coupling that with this curriculum and we're going to go through it. I really need to get this spiral bound because I love it so much and I love spiral binding. Okay. Subject number 2 is going to be our English subject. Now this has been doing a lot of shifting and changing. If you've been following along in my channel, you'll know at the beginning of the school year, I chose Horizons Level 1 for our English phonics unit, but I quickly discarded that thanks to many suggestions from my YouTube followers. So thank you to those of you who have been a part of this journey with me. So I've kind of got a hodgepodge of several different things. So let me show you what it is that I'm going to be doing. So first I have a reason for handwriting level A. This is really simple handwriting lessons that I like because they are simple and it just teaches in a simple way letter formation and how to write your letters. My son is a pretty medium penmanship writing, but he gets a little quick and lazy sometimes. So I like this because it just reminds us which letters have the tail and which letters need to be formed a certain way, kind of the reiterating that we need to make sure capital letters are bigger than lowercase letters and that sort of thing. So a reason for handwriting is really great also because it incorporates scriptures every week. So it gives me just a little something that I can chat about at the end of the lessons. I also am going to be starting book 4 for Explode the Code. We just finished book 2 for Explode the Code. I skipped book 3. Starting in January, we're going to do book 4 for Explode the Code. I also have book 5. I'm not sure we'll get to book 5. We may have to start this for our second grade year, but I have that one just in case. I also picked up this. This is Vocabulary Fundamentals. And this is going to be just a great addition to practice our vocabulary. I did a look in the book for this. It's an Evan Moor publication. So make sure you check out that video if you want to look deeper into this curriculum. But it's just got some really great worksheets and just to kind of solidify the understanding about vocabulary in general. And I still have Spell and Write, which I didn't bring over here. That's also an Evan Moor publication, and I should have brought it over here, but I didn't. So check back in some of my other videos, and you'll see what that looks like. But it's just a spelling and writing curriculum that I've also really enjoyed. We also have a book full of read-alouds that we're going to do. So my son is going to start reading by himself. So he has decided he wants to start with the Boxcar Children. That we might be really behind. Some of you who are watching might be like, really? He's just now starting to read chapter books on his own, but I've kind of not pushed him to do it, even though I know that he can. So he's going to do independent reading, not like me reading to him. So he's going to read the Boxcar Children. And then a couple of other things in case when he finishes that kind of a thing. So I have the Magic Tree House, Over the Hills to Nugget. This is from the Good and the Beautiful library, and I have a lap book that goes with this, so I really am excited about that. And then I have a few Frog and Toad books that he can read. Our read aloud that I'm going to read to him will be Gulliver's Travels. So hopefully we'll get a couple of good stories incorporated in this second half of the school year. We're not great at read alouds, but I always have good intentions. For our history, I have 2 books that we are going to be using to cover history. So we're still going to go through here. I'm trying to finish this. This is Heritage Studies. It's printed by BJU Press or Bob Jones University. It's really great. I've really enjoyed it. We're going to pick up with Christopher Columbus and Plymouth Rock and all that kind of stuff. Jamestown, I think, is actually Christopher Columbus. Yeah, okay. So we start with Christopher Columbus and go into Jamestown and all that kind of good stuff. So this is going to be coming up, and then as a part of his daily workbook, I'm going to be giving him this Beginning Geography. We were doing daily geography. Let me show you that one really quick. We were doing this book. It's the Daily Geography by Evan Moor. I really did enjoy this, but it was just becoming so simplified and redundant kind of that I decided to switch over to this one. And I think that this will be a good switch. We're actually going to skip the whole first section, which is called Map Skills, because this really covered map skills in great detail. So I think that we're good with that, and we're going to just start with landforms when we open this book. And this will go in his daily notebook, his binder work, so he will do this independently as much as possible. So that will cover our history. For math, I should have talked about this. We're starting book 2 of Horizons. We've finished book 1, so we're going into book 2 of all of our Horizons. This is level 1 of the Horizons math. I still really do enjoy the Horizons math, so looking forward to continuing with that. And then we're also going to pick up some science. I had planned to pick up science in January, but we've taken a lot of days off, I guess you could say, in studying our social studies units that we're not done with that. So I probably won't pick up science until about February or so, but I've picked this for our science. This is also a Bob Jones University print or BJU Press, Science 1. So it comes, this is the teacher's manual, this is the student textbook, and then I also have the activity manual that will go with that. And in addition to that, I have this Smart STEM grade 1, and this is just kind of like STEM activities, and a lot of them actually complement the units that go along with the curriculum that I've selected. So so we'll kind of integrate this a little bit as we go. So there you go. That pretty much covers everything. So now I just need to organize it and get it into a nice flow. I find that like our social studies and our science is it called extracurricular? Anyway, those are a little bit more difficult to integrate into our school day because they're not part of our binder work. They're not part of our morning time. So being that I am so busy doing my outside preschool classes, sometimes those get missed more than I want them to. So I'm gonna really try to make a resolution in this new year to integrate those subjects more because they are kind of more fun and hands-on than just the constant book work or lesson worksheets that a lot of the curriculum I've selected is going to provide for us for our school year. So anyway, that's what I've selected for this coming up semester in our first grade school year. Hopefully this video helps kind of consolidate and make it a little bit more clear what it is that I'm going to be using. I know it's going to help me because now I can say, oh, okay, I do have a little bit of everything instead of feeling like all I've done all year is just pick and choose different curriculum and switch stuff out. So anyway, please follow along with our next semester in our homeschool life and our homeschool journey. I appreciate all of the comments and suggestions that I get from my YouTube community, so thank you so much for tuning in for those. If you have not subscribed, I would encourage you to do so if you like this kind of content. So anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys, and we'll catch you in another video.